All right, peace, family, peace. Let me see what's going on in the chat. What y'all talking about in the chat? I see y'all already in the chat room. Shout out to the family in the chat room. We about to start the show. Got a great show tonight. Yes, okay. I see y'all in the chat. Yeah, we got about 100 people. All right. Yeah, we got a great show tonight. So much going on in the world. Whew, so much going on in the world. Tonight's a special show because I have a special audience, and sometimes we don't tap into our gifts because we've been misled, or even by a lot of us have even been misled by the so-called spiritual teachers. So tonight we're going to learn about some gifts tonight, that and some things that we've been neglecting and tapping into. It's going to be a real important show. So make sure you can wait for the class next Saturday. Yes. Thank you, Blackfoot Barber, for purchasing your ticket. I appreciate it.
Nice.
Yeah, share the link, family. Let the people know we live tonight. We about to get it started. Before we get started, as usual, let me give a shout out to some amazing businesses out there that are doing their thing. First and foremost, we got next Saturday, August 7th, the options training workshop with Billy Carson. I think this is definitely the most important workshop I did with this brother to this point because of the times we're in. Important times where you see what they're doing. I'm not going to talk about all that right now. You know the nonsense they be trying to pull, but important times we live in. King Simon, holistic new motivation course. Shout out to that brother. Make sure you contact him. 347-496-1022. You can also text your full name and date of birth to that number and get a consultation from the brother. Set up an appointment. He uses numbers to motivate you and let you know who you are. As always, the Crown Specialist, Copper Child Mike L at iSkateNY. Make sure you get your crown, family, all right? And with that being said, we back to the show. Like I said, we live in such important times right now, important times that we have to take advantage of. Billy, welcome back to the show, my brother.
Hey, thank you, man. I'm glad to be back on.
Hey, listen, I was on vacation with the family.
Yeah.
I've been going, and I seen you was out in Greece, man.
Yeah, I was out in Greece, man. I went to Athens, Greece. Really just looking to create more content. I kind of mix a little business with pleasure. So I had, some days where I took a little bit of time to just explore the culture, see the people, eat in the different little areas and so forth and go on little tours. But at the same time, I was primarily there working, man, getting new content for the TV network, and sailed over to Santorini and went to Akrotiri, to the ancient site that's buried by volcanic ash. It's an ancient Atlantean civilization there. And document all the advanced technology that they had, the knowledge that they had, the wisdom that they had, and got about 200 gigabytes or more of data for new content for the TV network.
Okay. I see somebody said what they said. Thanks in advance for my Rolls-Royce in December.
Hey,
okay. Hey, they put it out there in the universe. They say they get it. They're getting that Rolls-Royce. As you know, my brother, tell them about the Rolls-Royce giveaway real quick before we get started, my brother.
Yeah, so I'm giving away my previously owned Rolls-Royce. I decided when I bought my new Ghost, I decided that, I was going to take the other one and do a raffle with it, take the money from the raffle and give it to underprivileged children, single family, single parent, really, final notice electric bills, and also a lot of, different things like holiday gifts and also book bags and school supplies for kids. But at the same time, that the vehicle could provide the person that wins it an opportunity to, take the vehicle, sell it right away if they'd like to, which makes a lot of sense. And then because a car depreciates over time. Now Rolls-Royce don't depreciate as fast as a Camry, yeah. But it does depreciate. They can take that money and they can invest it into their own business, into stocks, stock options, life insurance policies, real estate, flipping properties, whatever it is. So I saw like a benefit for everybody. So I decided to wrap that off, and they can go on forbiddenknowledge.com and click on giveaways on the top nav bar, and they can register to win the Rolls-Royce Ghost.
Excellent. I appreciate you bringing financial wisdom to my channel, my brother. I really appreciate that. We live in the time of a financial revolution, so you're coming at the perfect time. A lot of people are escaping their 9-to-5s, and if they're not escaping it, they're finding other ways to make money besides just their regular 9-to-5. And Like you taught me in 2020, stock options is a huge one. They said, I read a report in Yahoo Finance that said African Americans are investing in the stock market, and they invested in the stock market in 2020 more than they ever did, especially African Americans under 40, they said. So the young brothers and sisters is out there making moves in the stock market, as we see with Earn Your Leisure and Wall Street Trapper and everybody else out there doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely, this is definitely important times with the workshop. And what I want to focus on today, though, Billy, since I introduced you to my channel with the spiritual talk, I want to know why a lot of highly spiritual people are so successful in the stock market. And let me say this. I know a lot of astrologers who say they use astrology to do stocks. The brother that I did the crypto workshop with, he uses astrology in terms of to read charts. I know you talked about remote viewing to be successful with the stocks. And also, I know a lot of the rich people, like the super wealthy, the billionaires, Warren Buffett's, they got astrologers and shit like that around them, telling them what to do. So listen, listen. I got a spiritual community. So why the hell we ain't tapping into it? Shit, if we're already into this, why don't we use this and get this money without having to go to a 9 to 5? Because the rich are taking people just like you, just like KT the Archer, whoever Phil Valentine, whoever's in the spirituality, and they're getting the game from them about what's happening in the stars, and they're applying it to the stocks. So why we don't do that? Talk to me, my brother.
We're overdue for doing, like, we're literally overdue. We are starting to catch up with the big names that have been doing the big time people that have been doing the stocks for a long time, options and also trading and everything else. But if you look at the heads of the Fortune 500 companies, the multi-billionaires, the big people that do the big stock moves and trades, trading $1 million a day, trading $1 billion in a month, trading $100 billion in a year, all those people utilize spiritual concepts plus their research to make their educated decision on how the stock market is going to move. And so this is not something that's new. This is something that's actually old. They've been doing this for a very long time. And like you said, they have these wizards around them. You know what I'm saying? And they got psychics around them. They got astrologers around them. They have remote viewers around them. They have people that have extrasensory perception, basically. Whatever gifts that they feel that they can't tap into themselves, then they go ahead and get somebody and they bring them on board and let them help, utilize them to tap into those gifts that they're not getting access to. And so, in the spiritual community, we have so many different levels of spiritual gifts that we're not tapping into. We have astral projection, mental projection, automatic writing, divination, dowsing, energy medicine, levitation, materialization, precognition, psychic surgery, psychokinesis. There's so many, remote viewing. There's so many things that we can be tapping into. Telepathy, that we're just not. We're aware that we have those gifts. A lot of us, and especially on your following page, but they don't know that you can utilize the correlation between those gifts that they have and the research that I'm going to teach them. And I'm going to show you guys on August 7th how to combine the two together and get a positive result for what you're trying to do in the stock market, and give yourself an opportunity to raise a significant amount of money, or at least enough money, what I would say, to replace a second job or stop yourself from having to get a second job. And in some cases, you might be able to replace your entire income and then some. It's not that hard to do.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's the goal. I mean, somebody asked me, Billy, maybe you could expound on this. I don't know if I mentioned it last week. Somebody said, how is, stock options going to help me in my spiritual development? And the first thing I thought of is, and I thought of my son, and I thought about the most important thing I have with my son is the ability to spend time with him. Children, their version of wealth is time. So with something like with a 9 to 5, Billy, you come home 7 o'clock, you're tired, you eat, you take a shower, you spend an hour with your family, then it's time for bed, and you got to get up and do it all over again. I think that paradigm, that era is over with, brother. So what would be your answer to somebody may say, a spiritual person who may say, hey, Billy, I'm used to spiritual talk on this channel, how is the stock options going to help me in my spiritual journey?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, spiritual journey takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of patience, research, because the spiritual journey is a tough one. It's not, now it can be easy once you really dig in, you get into it, and you understand it. But at the same time, it's a lonely road, and it takes time, it takes effort, it takes energy, especially if you're trying to be a person that's not only gaining the spirituality, but then also trying to impart that on others. And so the only way you can do it consistently is if you have the time to do it. So if you're talking about how is this going to affect your spiritual life, like what is this going to help me spiritually? Well, you can buy yourself time. See, it's not like I always say, I don't chase money. I don't run after money and chase money. Like I got to have money. I always chase my passions. One of my passions just happens to be trading stock options and buying stocks because I really fully, truly understand it. I've been able to enjoy the result of it, I reap the benefits of my efforts behind it. And those benefits give me the ability to get the time that I need. See, it's not about becoming a trillionaire. It's about becoming free. This is what people need to understand. When I'm out here with books like Woke Doesn't Mean Broke and all these other books that I have coming out and talking on your channel about how to make money in the stock options, it really comes down to one thing and one thing only: becoming free from the mental and the psychological and the physical and the financial enslavement. And unfortunately, in the matrix that we're in right now, the only way to become free of the financial matrix is you need to have revenue in your account, money that you can access in some way, shape, or form. And if you can access that to take care of your daily needs and you don't have to worry about those, then you have the time to focus on your children, spirituality, meditations, researching indigenous and ancient cultures, like I just did. Take a whole week and a half, travel halfway around the world, and spend time in another country so I can document and learn about their culture, their ways, the ancient history behind it, so I can gain more wisdom and knowledge. I can't do that if I got to work this punch clock 9 to 5. I got to do that all day long. And then because I'm still short, I got to have another job or side hustle to back up the extra change that I need to keep it going. And then meanwhile, I have these dreams of grandeur and all these things I want to do, and I never get a chance to do them. And then the next thing I know, I blink my eye and I look back, and all of a sudden it's too late. And I woulda, shoulda, coulda, and it never happens. So the days of retiring and getting a pension and a golden watch, those days are gone. Like, you need to take some action like right now. If you're trying to be a spiritual person, if spirituality is your ultimate goal, it takes time. I got over 1,000 books in my house, over 1,000, and I've still got more books coming into getting delivered all the time. Why? Because I'm on a journey, a spiritual journey. It takes time to read and study and research and really digest, understand, and know all these books. And so what does that mean? That means I got to take time away from making money. I can't be worried about punching somebody's time clock and putting groceries on somebody's shelf. And I can't do that. I need to be able to take the time when I need it to do my study, do my research, and so I can grow myself personally. And also I need the time to travel. I can't travel if I got to worry about punching somebody's clock. So that's why stock options is going to help you with your spirituality, because if you're really deeply seeking to become a spiritual person and increase your abilities, increase your superpowers, you're going to need time to do that. And that's what it's going to give you. Money gives you time.
Yeah, man. I think that's the part I'm so excited about. You, as well as other brothers I know, all y'all talk about is how y'all just spend a couple of hours a day, especially in the morning, trading options, and then you go on to your regular life. And within those couple of hours, y'all make a lot of power moves that would take a person weeks to make that same equivalent of money, man. So yeah, man, that time thing, this definitely is big. And I think another thing that's big about what's going on and why we're in a financial revolution and why more Black people are getting into the stocks more than ever is because of the whole, the whole pandemic that we're in. And people are forced to stay home. And if they're not forced to stay home, they don't want to go back to work because of all the madness that's going on. So this is like perfect right now for us to tap into and get into to take care of our family, maintain our spirituality, and keep our pockets lined up the way we like. Being able to afford the healthy food we want to eat. So it's like, Man, Billy, this is it's perfect for this time. I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep saying that. What you're
Yeah.
doing now is perfect for this time, brother.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, right now, I just came from out of the country, and I saw the result of what this whole situation that we went through with what it is. I can't mention it on this network, but it affected that country in a way that still has, a lot of people struggling severely. I mean, severe financial struggles going on over there. And it's like, damn, man, first of all, I feel fortunate that I'm born into the genetic lottery to be able to be born in America. As much as we know that there's situations and issues going on here, I've been around this world 3 times. I've been to a lot of countries, and I'm telling you right now, we're in one of the best ones in terms of having the ability to help create your own reality. And so we're here, and that's when when I see people come in from other countries as immigrants, and then within just a few short years have their own business, and making sacrifices, have the whole family living in one house, have one car, maybe even no car, and then within 4 or 5 years, they got their business, they're blooming, they're blossoming. The family has its own company. Everybody's getting their own houses and everything else. And then I see people here that are here their entire life and take advantage of nothing, absolutely nothing. And then but complain about, I can't do this and I can't do that, and the man is holding us down. But I still keep seeing all these people come in here and make something pop. And so we gotta start learning how to make something pop. And right now is the time, because there's a lot of stuff going on over there that's bringing those people back to certain levels of restrictions and rules again that might spread over here. Why not be ready? Like I said before, in the beginning of this first thing, when it came through, I was already ready for this because I learned my lesson when the real estate market crashed. When that real estate market crashed in 2008, I took a heavy, heavy blow. I'm talking about, I felt like Mike Tyson hit me.
Yeah.
I didn't go back to ground zero, but I damn near did. And so I realized, wow, when the next thing comes, whatever it is, I know now that these things are going to come. I'm going to be ready. So I was ready for this thing. And like I said before, there's going to be another one and another one. It's never going to end. When are you going to take the opportunity and the time to be ready? Even if you just learn how to do this so you can storehouse some revenue in case of a rainy day, so you can have 6 months to a year worth of income put away somewhere just in case something does happen, and you can take care of your family and take care of your basic necessities for at least a year without being put in the street or something like that. We saw so many homeless people over there. It was crazy. People had their kids out on the street with them begging for coins and stuff. It was pretty sad, man. It was pretty sad.
Yeah, wow. That definitely is sad. And like I said, like you said, it's pretty, it's pretty weird. Everything I know that myself and my ancestors have been through in this country and continue to go through on a day-to-day basis, but yet we have so much opportunity over here at the same time. It's a weird feeling that you would have to be Black to understand that, or just to even relate to that. It's very weird because I'm appreciative, but at the same time, I understand what's going on. So I'm not going to deny what has happened collectively to my people or to my, whatever. But,
Right.
I'm definitely appreciative that, my ancestors built this country the way they built it, made the inventions, built the roads in Washington, D.C., Benjamin Banneker, and just everything they did for me to be here. And I'm going to take advantage of it. One thing I always say my affirmations every day, Billy. Mm-hmm. And one thing one thing I always say I'm grateful for is, and that I'm gonna take advantage of, is that I seen how hard my mother worked, and I see how I don't have to work that hard. Right. Mine's is built more around passive income, and I'm so grateful for that, bro. Like my mom worked. My mom was on, before she died, she was on dialysis, kidney failure. Oh, man, so she was on dialysis, and she was still going to work, bro. And then after work, she would go to dialysis, I think, for about 2-3 hours, and she would have to do the dialysis 3 times a week. But she had to do that just to continue to make money. Wow. Shit is different now, bro. Shit is so different. Pardon the language, family, but it's the emotion when I think about that, and the opportunity that I think about that I have, that I'm not going to let go by. I'm not going to let go by. And I got to, just like my mom worked hard for me, I got to do the same for my son and make it better for him. And, you got to pay it forward, and it gets better with every generation. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, very appreciative. And I think one thing I want to tell the people, shout out to Solar God for the donation. Solar God said, I trade Forex 1 to 2 hours a day and make $200-300 than go to my real job. Shout to Solar God. Yeah, that's what it's about.
Nice.
Multiple streams of income. If one gets shut down, then you're not dead broke after that. You have other streams of income coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing I want to tell the people, we're not going to be on here too long. Probably be on here for about 25 more minutes, 30 minutes. Tickets are limited, so make sure, it happens every time. People wait to the last minute, then tickets are sold out. You get the replay, but there's nothing like watching this live. The energy that's going to be happening while it's going down live, you don't want to miss that, family. You're going to have everybody who buys a ticket, you're going to have lifetime access to this course, so you can share it with whoever you have it for as long. I don't advise you just to bootleg it, but you can have it as long as you want, family. Right. And also, we're going to create a community on Unite the 99 app, Billy Carson's app, and we're going to be helping each other. It doesn't end after the workshop. After the workshop, we're going to have a community where you could get help, receive help on a daily basis. Billy's going to be giving out tips, all types of crazy shit, man. You don't want to miss this one. Like I said, this is going to be his best one. I'm going to make sure of it. I'm going to have a talk with Billy. I'm going to say, Billy, you got to pull out everything. Everything you got, Billy, you got to pull it out for this one. This is the important. This is the one that people ask for. You know what's funny, Billy? A lot of the workshops, we came up with the ideas. Right. The people kept telling me about this when we mentioned it, and they kept telling me about it. And I said, "Yo, Billy, we gotta do this stock options class."
You did. You worked a couple times.
Yeah. So thanks to everybody who hit me up and requested it when we mentioned it. It's a reality. It's going down. It's going to happen next Saturday. Billy, what I want to talk to you about, your book, Woke Doesn't Mean Broke.
Yeah.
I think it's important because as we talk about all the time, the mentality of a spiritual person is that money is evil. And I think that that's one of the reasons why we don't use our gifts. We have these gifts, especially my community. We have these gifts. I mean, my community, they tapped in for real, but we don't use it because we feel guilty. You ever made a lot of money and felt guilty because your family didn't have that same amount of money? Has that ever happened to you or your friends or anybody know? You ever had guilt?
It did in the beginning. After a while, I realized that you can only lead a horse to water and try to make them drink, but you can't do it if you're thirsty. In other words, you can't be thirsty for the other person. Okay. Right. So in the very beginning, and this is back when I was a teenager and I started making more money than my parents, and I realized that everybody's not going to have the same vision I have. Everybody's not going to have the same tenacity that I have. And fortunately, I was able to set my mom up in a business that she did very well with. The most money she ever made in her life was a company I told her to set up when she had slipped and fell inside of a grocery store in Miami and won $5,000. I told her exactly what to do with it. She listened to me, everything I said. She got the Von Schrader foam extraction machine out of that same magazine I got my radios out of, and started a carpet cleaning company. And at $70,000 for back then in the 80s was $180,000.
Hell yeah, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah, and it was free marketing. She said, "How am I going to get customers?" I said, "Just put a flyer in every single newspaper you deliver." She was a newspaper delivery lady. Her and my dad delivered newspapers. That's all they did. So I said, put a flyer in every single newspaper, and you deliver it right to the people that's going to become your customers. And it worked. And they ended up building a big business. Now, unfortunately, because my dad was an alcoholic and a drug addict, after about a 2 good year run, he started messing up the business by not showing up, not taking care of clients right, and everything else. And it kind of collapsed. But, that was one of the very few things that she listened to me on and actually worked. A lot of other people that I talked to who didn't listen to me, they're in the same boat or worse, and I just see the scenario over and over again. Some people who listen to me and take my advice, I see them prosper in those areas. And the people that don't, I see them flounder, and they still keep coming back you're lucky. I'm like, it's not that I'm lucky. It's the harder I work, the luckier I get. I'm putting energy into this. I'm not just sitting around driving in Rolls-Royce Ghosts all day doing nothing. This takes a lot of effort and energy, but you got to believe, what I'm saying. You enough to at least research it and try to come up with your own concept or understanding of it. And then from there, you got to put the energy in. So in the beginning, it was rough. And now though, I realized it's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to they're going to say that they would like to do better and be better off financially and everything else. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty, some people are just going to sit on the couch and watch a TV show, go to sleep, and go back to work the next day. And that's just life. I just came to terms with it. You know what I mean?
Excellent advice. I know a lot of people go through that. They feel guilty. So excellent advice, my brother. To the question, Mighty Savage wants to know, links to the class will be sent the day before, right? Yes, but you should get the link within 24 hours of the workshop. We're sending the link. We'll send the link out within 24 hours. So everybody will be updated this week. But yeah, the link will definitely be sent out within 24 hours of the class. The only thing you need, I believe Billy said the last interview we did, is a pen and a pad. So make sure you have your pen and your pad together, and you'll get the link 24 hours prior. Somebody else asked, can you access the course without the app? Yes, you don't need the app to access the course. That's for the group. That the app is for the group. We're gonna have a community of stock traders, of option traders, and you download the app for that. But the course, all you need is a computer or a phone or a smartphone. We're gonna email you the link, and you just click on it and you just view it, and you'll have lifetime access to it. You could come back to it at any time. One thing I want to know, Billy, real quick, because I want to take a few questions from the people before we get out of here. You mentioned this before, but I forgot some of what you mentioned. I know some of the people listening don't remember what you said, but how exactly do you use? Can you explain to us? Because this interesting stuff to me.
Yeah.
How do you use remote viewing when it comes to trading stock options?
Right. So with the stock options, what you're doing is you're trying to make a call or a put. So you're trying to see if this stock is going to rise to a particular point by making a call, a strike call. In other words, your strike point. So you're trying to say, okay, if something's at $100, you think in your mind, based off what you research about it and everything, that it might go up to 110. So you're going to bet that it goes up to 110. So you're going to say, I'm going to buy, one contract, which would be 100 shares and I'm going to make a call at 110 or strike price at 110. And so what happens is, if it starts moving in that direction, as it's moving up towards the direction that you believe it was going to go in, your profit potential on the cost of that contract, which has 100 shares in it, is going to increase tick by tick until you reach that strike. And if you pass that strike price, let's say it goes to 120, you make a whole lot more money on that as well, which I'll show. And so with remote viewing, you got to remember what you're looking for. Is you're looking for you're trying to get an idea of the direction in remote viewing. So with remote viewing, what you're trying to see is you're trying to you use something called an ideogram, which I taught in the workshop that I did. And then after that, you're just trying to get an up arrow or a down arrow. Like an atom has a spin rate up or a spin rate down. And if you get a spin rate up, then you want to go and research the stock a little bit more and find out, is there an earnings call coming up? Is there any good press on the company? Did they make a merger or did they acquire something, any kind of new technology? Have they upgraded something? Did they get a new CEO? And where is he from or she from, and all that kind of stuff? So once you get an idea of the direction through remote viewing, then you want to go research, back that up with research and say, okay, I think this thing could go up 4, 5, 3, 10, 15, whatever number of points. If you get an arrow down, then you want to go do the same exact research and find out, is there any bad press? Is there any type of SEC ruling, which just happened to me on a crypto actually? Is there any kind of lawsuits pending? Did a major CEO step down? Has there been any crazy news, or have the CEO made any crazy tweets? You know what I'm saying? That's all important too. That could cause a problem. And so if you get enough information behind the research, it says like, yeah, there's a lot of negativity here, and the stock market is based on emotion, it's probably going to drop 2, 3, 4, 10, 15 points, whatever the number is, then you're going to do a put. So remote viewing gives you the ability to get an idea of the direction that it's going to move in, whether it's up or whether it's down, which then you can back that by research, and then you can get a better idea of which way you want to go, a put or a call, which I'll be teaching in the class.
Excellent, man. Excellent. I see somebody keep talking about, and I think they mentioned this last time, They really want you to talk about the Greeks. Somebody in the chat keeps saying, "Tell Billy to talk about the Greeks with the option trading or whatever." So I know you said you're going to touch on that. So for that person that keep asking that, Billy's definitely going to be dealing with that.
I'll be going in on the Greeks. That's all in the class. There's a whole section just for that. So we'll be going over that extensively. And if you can give me a quick screen share.
Yes.
I know we showed some receipts the last time, but I'll go on real quick and show a couple here.
Yeah, we showed receipts last time, yo. When Billy was talking about he was making like a G a day, y'all thought he was bullshitting, and he showed it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all won't think we just out here, you know, BSing or whatever.
Yeah, I'm logging to my account right now. Let me just how can I do a screen share and go back to that particular? Oh, let me do this first. Let me pull this tab out.
Shout out to Uncle Hank for the beads, family. I got this from Uncle Hank. Shout out to Uncle Hank Rising, son, with the beads. I'm gonna have that brother on soon too, family. Watch out for him.
Share screen window. Okay.
Put your questions in the chat. After he finished talking, I'm gonna get some questions, family. Put your questions pertaining to stock options in the chat. All right, go ahead, my brother.
All right, so I haven't been trading recently because I've been out of the country on this particular app. Okay, because it was kind of hard. I was thinking about it, but I was like, just forget about it. But anyway, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
You see, July 21st, 5 contracts are sold for 14,000.
So what does that mean? Hold up. So the July 21st and the 14,000. What does that mean?
I basically sold 5 contracts of shares, which was 500 shares for 14,975.
Oh, so that's how much you made that day then?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 contracts for 1,210, which I showed you on that last live that we did. That was Baba. Here's another one, 5 contracts, 1,305. Here's another one, 8 contracts, 25,480. These were canceled. When you see canceled, that means I was betting on movement on the stock and a certain movement up or down.
Mm-hmm.
I think these were all calls. These are 3 calls, and it looked like it wasn't going to go the way that I thought it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
I hopped out real quick before I took too much of a loss.
So what did you lose anything on that?
Yeah, I probably lost about $500.
Okay.
But I mean, I heard he made 24,480. So it's
right.
It's all part of the game there. You know what I'm saying? At that point.
Yeah.
Here's another 24,580. I loaded 10,000 into the account that day.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another 12,300. I mean, I can just keep going around. So it's like these are all cancels. It wasn't going in the direction I thought it was going to go, so I just hopped in. I canceled. I canceled, and once I canceled, you can see same day, July the 12th, I went back in again, did 20 contracts, and still walked away with 5,300, 5,100 here, 4,740 here. These are the day by the day. Wow. So you can make a lot of money. You can make a lot of money, and this is this is mild. This is a withdrawal. I transferred. I had 117,000 in the account. I transferred 50,000 into my bank account on this day. Mm-hmm. This is July 6th. I sent 50,000 to myself.
Mm-hmm.
So you can make some money.
hey, you can make a lot of money. Shit, make some money,
man.
You can make a lot of money, man.
That's not fair now. But it definitely I mean, it works. It works. So we're gonna go over all this stuff, man. I'm gonna teach you guys everything I know. Then I'm gonna put you in Unite 99. It's a free app that I have. It's my own platform. And I'm gonna put you guys in there in a private group for trading options. And every day there'll be some tidbits dropped in there, and eventually the goal is to have everybody chiming in, doing research and coming in with some things that I don't know about, that I didn't see or whatever, like check out this one, check out that one.
Yeah.
This one has this kind of news. This one just got acquired by this company. This company just, came out with some new technology that got approved by this agency or whatever. These are all things we need to be looking at in terms of maybe the stock is going to go up or down. This company has an earnings call and they're predicted to surpass earnings. They're probably going to have an increase in stock on this X date. So all that kind of stuff. So we can kind of really vibe off each other and build our own little wealth building group right there based on stock options. So I'm looking forward to that.
Let me get a quick question from my brother Solar God. Shout out to Solar Mind. Solar God. Where is it at? The more people get into options, does that reduce the amount of available contracts?
The more people that get into the stock options, you only have a certain amount of contracts you can buy. Certain stocks only let you buy a certain amount of contracts. Now, what could happen is, like in the case of like AMC a few weeks ago, if the stock starts to go crazy because of anticipation and hype and everything else, they call them meme stocks, the SEC or the powers that be behind the scenes could actually freeze that stock and stop it from continuing to go up after people have already made like 50, 60, 70,000, in some cases $1 million. They could halt it temporarily for 15, 20, 30 minutes. And then, then you can't sell it or buy it. And then after that, they'll release it again. Then you can sell it, or you can stay in and gamble and see if it's going to go up or go down. But on average, the maximum amount I've seen that you can buy is about 500 contracts. I haven't been able to buy, at least on the stocks that I've been playing with, I haven't been able to buy more than 500 contracts per stock. All right, I'm trying to see here.
Damn, I had the mute button on. Y'all couldn't hear me. Shout out to everybody who's buying the stock option course right now as we speak. I appreciate the support, and you won't regret it, family. Once again, family, there's limited amount of tickets. Don't be the person that waits to the last minute and gets left out, family. You want to get this ahead of time. This is happening next Saturday, August 7th. But don't wait to the last minute to get your ticket. People are buying it right now, and I appreciate everybody who's buying it. Like I said, once again, I'm gonna make sure Billy brings his A game. This is good because we're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be educational and fun at the same time. And that the community that we're gonna be involved in, I'm gonna be in that a lot. I'm gonna be in that every day because, like I said, family, this is something, Brother Rich, personally, I got involved in crypto. I was very successful. I did very good at crypto. I'm kind of quiet right now. I'm not making a lot of trades right now, although Bitcoin, a lot of them is going up right now. But I'm kind of quiet because I'm learning the metaverse right now. So I'm kind of quiet on the trading side and just learning other aspects of the metaverse. But I'm really, really ready to dig into stock options. So this is my next phase right now of, having another income right here. So I'm really thankful for this workshop. Let's get into a few more. You want to say something else before we get into another question, Billy?
No, you're good, man. You're good.
Okay. All right, let's get into some more questions, family. Like I said, we're not going to be here too long. Probably about 10. You got 10 more minutes, Billy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we got about 10 more minutes. We're going into a few more questions, and then we get out of here. Once again, family, let me post the link once again for those who didn't catch it earlier. I just posted the link in the chat. Make sure you sign up to the workshop. It's right there, family. Let's see. Yes, we will have lifetime access to the recordings. Yes. You can watch it over and over again. Yes. A lot of people asking that.
Yeah.
Okay. Lord John wants to know what's the percentage in profit do you aim for?
Well, that's hard to say because you just don't know when you're going to have to get in or get out. I'm not a greedy person, so if I end up seeing about 15% over what I bought in contracts, I'm actually content with that. Now, if the movement is still moving strong in a direction that's going to continue to make that 15% grow to 20, 25, 30%, I'll let it go as far as I can let it go. But there's always a point where I jump out, and I never regret jumping out too soon. Because I always, you can always go, oh, if I would have stayed and I could have made an extra $10,000. Well, you still end up making more than what you had to start out with. So I always feel like, if I can earn 15% more, I know there's no bank out here paying 15% of my money. So if I get 15%, I'm happy. If it goes up a little, shoots over that, which happens from time to time, it'll shoot up really strong and keep going. I'll let it ride out a little bit, but I still get out. A lot of the times, people call it leaving money on the table. I just go back to the old Kenny Loggins song. You got to know when to hold them. You got to know when to hold 'em. You got to know when to walk away. You got to know when to run. You better count your money when you're dealing at the table, because there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. So, when you're sitting at the table, so it's just like you got to know, like I made some money, man. Let me pop out and live to fight another day. So I try not to be, because once you get addicted to it, you become too greedy, and you think, oh, I could just let this ride, and all of a sudden it starts moving in a different direction after a while, and your money starts getting deleted. And then you try to throw more money at it, or go buy some random contracts or some other stock trying to compensate for what you just lost. All of a sudden, they got a term for that called a cluster F. You know what that means? So, it's not too good, man. So I'm going to teach you to have patience, teach you to maintain your zen, teach you to maintain logic, and teach you not to be greedy.
Definitely. Lord, Mighty Savage said, creating a think tank. That's what I want to call our group, Billy. I want to call it the Stock Options Think Tank.
Okay, I like that.
That's
right.
Our community is going to be called the Stock Options Think Tank. Mighty Savage, you gave me a little assist on that one, and I scored it. So I want to thank you, my brother. I look forward, Mighty Savage, when you I think you said you signed up. Introduce yourself when you come to the class on Saturday, brother. I appreciate your participation. We need this level of participation on Saturday and in the community, because this is what, when you're motivated and you're inspired, this is what gets, it's not just about learning, it's about feeling that inspiration, feeling that energy, that electricity. Yeah. So when this brother, you see how he's participating, that's us sharing currency. That's currency right there.
Yeah,
that's electricity. So I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I just see. Okay.
By the way, we can now link Zoom directly into Eventbrite. I'll show you how to do that.
Great.
It'll automatically send everybody the link.
Eventbrite will send the link.
Eventbrite will send it. It'll send it over again too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, show me. Hell yeah, because sometimes hell yeah, that makes things way easier.
Yeah, for real.
Man,
the amount of people that we'll have on this workshop, you may need to link it to mine, because I don't know if you have the paid Zoom, you're good to go. I have the one that can handle, I think, 5,000.
No, I got to link it to yours.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I don't even use Zoom no more. So we definitely, I've been using StreamYard, and I just got Vimeo also for some other things, because the YouTube and the restrictions. I'll talk to you about that off camera. But real quick before we continue, somebody asked earlier about the Patreon. Dr. Valentine is doing a live presentation on the Patreon either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was supposed to be the 3rd, but it might be the 4th, family. I'm gonna give everybody an update on that tomorrow. But I got several shows that I can't talk about on YouTube that's going to be exclusive to the Patreon. Dr. Phil Valentine will be one. Dr. Wesley Muhammad will be another one. So my Patreon community, stay tuned for that. We got some exclusive shows that is too raw for YouTube. My channel will get taken down, but they will be on my Patreon this week for somebody that asked earlier. So shout out to everybody who's a Patreon member. Read More 7, Billy Carson wants to know, do you use spiritual or moral responsibility when choosing companies to invest in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A group that I'm in right now that has people trading between $500,000 to $1 million a day. I can even screenshot it. They were talking about some of these, I don't want to say the word, the jab companies, to make, moves that they come making those. And I just said, I can't, those I won't participate in, because I don't believe in that. It's just my personal belief. And I believe that, they're using people as guinea pigs. And so even though buying options doesn't directly affect a company's stock, options is you might think that you're investing in that company, but you're really not. The only way you're investing in a company is if you exercise your options. In other words, buy them as actual stocks. So, but still, regardless, I don't want to even make money betting whether they're going up or down, because I don't believe in what they stand for, what they're doing. So yes, you can utilize, your own ethics and everything else on deciding what you feel is worthwhile you investing in, because I do all the time.
Indeed. Okay. Let's get to another question. Give me some more questions, family, before we get out of here. Somebody said, F, did he talk about tax? Anything real quick you want to mention about taxes, paying taxes or whatever?
We'll talk about it. Yeah, I mean, if you're making money, you don't worry about paying taxes, you know.
That's boss talk.
Yeah.
That's boss talk. That's boss talk.
Yeah,
He said if
business, man.
Did you hold up, family? Did y'all see his body language? The body language was everything. Did y'all see, bro? Did y'all see Billy's body language? Oh shit! Yo, you a funny dude, Billy. That was class A boss talk right there. Oh, that was priceless. That was priceless.
I want to pay $100 million in taxes. Put it that way. I want.
Shit.
Yeah, that would be an ultimate goal.
All right, let's get to some more questions. That was priceless right there. We're not talking about that. They're asking question. Stick to stock options. We're not talking about the pandemic type questions. That's a whole nother show. We got so listen, family. This is about financial literacy. We're freeing you from the matrix, the 9-to-5 matrix with this show. I really want y'all to take this serious. Even if you don't sign up for the workshop, maybe I'm just planting a seed in your mind, and maybe y'all might do something later on. But I know I'm laughing, but this shit is serious. Like, yo, this is real. Like, did y'all see this man's receipts? This is some serious stuff right here.
Real.
Yeah, man. This ain't. A lot of time we want to be entertained on YouTube, and I get that. Nothing wrong with wanting to be entertained, but there's some serious stuff here, family. Shout out to Lance, who said he just got his ticket. Quick question, Billy. Aquarian wants to know, is remote viewing good for short selling?
It's good for anything. You can use remote viewing for literally anything. And, I'm talking about anything. I got one. I told people I was going to come back on and show them some cash 3 winnings. I'm going to come back on probably when I get back from Egypt, I'll come back on and show them that, that's lottery, cash, pick 3, using it for that. I'm going to come back on and show the people we did the first class with some lottery ticket winnings, from some pick 3s and stuff like that. So you can use it for anything. Right? It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, absolutely anything.
They want to know, Goddess Ty wants to know, do you have to have any experience in trading to be in the workshop?
Zero. It's actually better if you don't. I don't have to worry about people's preconceived ideas of what they should and shouldn't be doing and everything else. You just come in and learn from scratch. It's the best way.
Indeed. Okay. All right. What is your risk to reward ratio when trading options? 1-2 or 1-3?
I don't really go by that. I just try to have, see if I can earn between 10 to 15%, 15% on average, because sometimes it's a little bit higher, sometimes a little bit lower. I don't really worry about the risk ratio. I'm doing a lot of my trading, which I'm going to show you all the different types of trades. But the one that I primarily go for is Momo trading or momentum trading. And I'm going to show you how that works. And for me, I'm purely going off the emotion and the actual, what I call the breadth of the actual stock itself. And I'm going to teach you how stocks breathe in and out, how they inhale and how they exhale, which is the technique that I primarily use the most. You see those receipts I just showed a minute ago? That came from Momo trading. So I'm going to show my best. I'm going to show you everything, but I'm going to show you the one I prefer the most. And that's pretty much what I stick to.
The inhale, exhale.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, these stocks breathe. They breathe like a human being.
They have a consciousness.
They have a consciousness. They breathe. They run on fractals. They run off the Mandelbrot fractal set, which we're going to talk about.
Yo, this shit sound exciting, man. Where you come up with this?
I'm going in, man. I'm going all the way up.
Where you come up with this, Billy? This shit sound exciting, man. Come on, man.
Listen, man. I've been teaching about the Mandelbrot fractal set for maybe 8 years now. I've got full 3.5, 4-hour lectures on TV about the Mandelbrot set and fractals, how it influences the financial market, the Fibonacci sequence as well. You can use Fibonacci trading techniques as well on the stock market. This stuff is all operated, running through the same matrix system that allows our avatar bodies to operate and run, and consciousness to flow inside this entire system. It all runs on the same exact. There's no difference between the stock market and the human avatar body. It's all the same thing. We are part of it, and it's part of us. We're all inside the matrix together. So energetically, it's all about emotional energy and how the consciousness moves it in specific directions, and understanding how that flow is, understanding when its breathing is, when is it like to inhale, when does it take deep exhales, when does it take deep inhales, how the fractal set works, how the Mandelbrot set what does it have to do with this, how it influences, or how the stock market shows or proves the influence of the Mandelbrot set in the fractals on this. It's a lot of this even going to be my new book, which is coming out the end of the year, the Fractal Holographic Universe. Is some of this is actually in there about these stocks.
I wonder if this consciousness of the stock market is looking at us the same way we're looking at it.
Oh yeah, it's thinking. You know, the internet has done something that people don't really understand. It's already become conscious.
Yeah.
Not in the way of an actual how we are conscious, but there's a certain level of consciousness because of the connections. Just like this earth has so many roots, you have the mycelial network, you have the tree root connections. So there's so many connections underneath the ground, subterranean, that has made the plant life conscious to a level, which has then in turn allowed the earth is conscious and made the plant life conscious. The same way happens with these systems that we create as human beings. We take fractals of our consciousness from the conscious platform, because this stock market existed first where? On the conscious platform.
Right.
It didn't just pop into existence without us. We actually created it, but we had to think about it first. So we created it from light-weight consciousness and then put it into a box that other people can work with and manipulate. So it's all based on the same fractal holography that our consciousness and our minds and our atoms and everything work off of. It's all the same. It's all connected. There's no difference.
Bro, that's an Instagram clip. You know I'm gonna take that and put that on Instagram. You know I'm gonna take that. Yo, Billy, you going in tonight, man. Yo, on a side note, and I'm gonna just get to one more question, Billy, because I know you gotta go. Internet Gangster said, "How was your hot date tonight, man?"
Oh man, listen. It was.
I guess they seen your Instagram, you know.
Yeah. I had a great time, man. I had a great time. I met a beautiful young woman, man, and she's on the same frequency. You know, something that's hard to find. Same frequency, hard worker, and is working with me and helping me in ways that I have never been helped in before, in terms of the business. Heavily connected, heavily plugged in. Helping me organize and reorganize a lot of things. The whole rebranding and everything that you've been seeing, restructuring the new podcast, the logos, the whole new look, everything came from her consciousness. And
she's a genius then. She's a genius.
She's an absolute genius. Definitely. Okay. Yeah. So we've been vibing. She went with me to Greece, and we worked on that project together. And she worked her ass off all day, holding up the camera equipment, filming me and recording me, speak and talk and walk and interact and all this other kind of stuff. I mean, talking about pure hard work. I'm talking about sweaty hard work and like 110-degree weather, and going into archaeological dig sites and all kinds of stuff with dirt and dust and everything else, and never complained, man. Was just like completely energetic and ready for it, man. So when we got back, I made sure I took her out, have a good time. We just got back late last night around 2 a.m. And so I made sure she had a really good time tonight,
Right. Hey man, listen, Billy, I appreciate you. I want you to do what you got to do. I want you to enjoy the rest of your night, my brother. I appreciate you doing the show real quick with us. I really look forward to the workshop next Saturday.
Oh yeah.
I'm thankful to be doing this workshop with you, Billy. And once again, brother, I need to say this to you in front of everybody, Billy.
Yeah.
I need this one to be the best one we did yet. I need it. I need this dude, your confidence is on 1,000, bro.
I got the receipts, man. You can't take that away from me. I got
this dude. Bro. I didn't even know you was this confident, bro. I'm saying things that you like, Rich, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Come on, bro. Oh man, yeah, I love it, man. This one makes learning fun, family. This one makes learning inspirational. This one makes you want to learn more and more and more. Yeah. This is why they say don't make learning so boring for our children, because when you make it more fun, they want to learn. So this is what it's all about, family. I swear this. Oh man, this is gonna be amazing. Billy, once again, thank you. Before we get out of here, leave your contact info and everything you need to leave for the people to get in contact with you, my brother.
Definitely. Go to forbiddenknowledge.com and click on giveaways and register to win that Rolls-Royce Ghost. That's a $50 raffle ticket. Or if you buy more than one raffle ticket, the price goes down. You could win a Ghost and have some money to invest into yourself, and also at the same time help underprivileged children and single parents with final notice electric bills this winter. And of course, you can go to forbiddenknowledge.tv and use coupon code 30 days free. And I'll give you 30 days free of the TV network, which is now 5,200 shows up there now. Yeah, I know we're moving, man. A lot of stuff up there now. And very soon, we just got approved by the SEC. They just gave me the final approval to be able to move shares of the company, which is pretty exciting. That's something that's huge. Like, you just don't get approved by the SEC. It's not something that's easy to do. So that's a huge, huge step in the process of being able to move shares to the company and give people not only a chance to watch Conscious TV, but be a part owner in Conscious TV. And I want to just show you something real quick here. If you got a quick second, one more thing before we go, because I think this is important as well. I want to show people how serious I am about all this stuff. None of this stuff is play. This is all real deal stuff. So let me just go ahead. Let me open this thing up here real quick. I want to show y'all something, man. I ain't playing no games. I'm not playing no games.
If they don't know by after tonight, they never gonna know, bro. I swear, man.
That's what I'm talking about. You know, yeah, you're gonna, talk a lot of stuff, but I can back everything up.
You had that Mamba mentality tonight, man.
Yeah,
that Mamba. Kobe Bryant. Rest in power to Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest of all time.
Greatest of all time. You see this right here?
Let me put it on the screen. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
This is an email here. See what this says?
Well, what is it's a little okay. Your application for access to Edgar has been accepted. What's Edgar?
That's the government platform that allows you to be able to trade your stock and everything else and sell a certain amount of shares of your company.
Okay.
It's not easy to get approved for this. We get platformed onto this system and database. Forbidden Knowledge Inc. I'll be able to sell shares of the company. So it's coming.
Amazing, man. Congratulations on that, my brother. Congratulations on that, man. Like I said, you make such big moves, bro, and we're living in the middle of a financial revolution, one in which I'm sure nobody has ever seen before. And I had to bring financial literacy to my channel, and I just happened to have met you, got in contact with you. I think in 2019?
2019, yeah, 2019.
Yeah, so
I think like end of 2018, and with 2019 we actually linked up, maybe.
Okay. It was sometime around that time. Yeah. But I mean, perfect timing, brother, because our people need this information right now, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, so I appreciate it. We'll be back, family. Anything else you want to let them know, Billy?
No, that's it, man. I'm ready. Yeah.
Family, the link, I pinned the link at the top of the comments. You don't want to miss this one. This one is going to be important. Billy was, he bought his A game tonight, and he like the brother said, he just came off a hot date, and he still bought his A game. Yeah. So, family, make sure you sign up, family. We'll be back one more time before the actual workshop, but don't wait too late. I don't want you to miss out on the opportunity to gain access to this workshop or the group and community, the stock options think tank that we're going to form after the workshop. We're going to form the stock options think tank. We're all going to be making money. Everybody going to be making money.
Yeah.
Everybody going to be making money in that group. I'm going to make sure that everybody, I'm going to make a lot of money, but everybody going to be making money in that group. Stock options think tank on the Unite the 99 app. That's going to happen after the course. The course is on August 7th. After the course, we're going to have the stock options think tank. It's going to be popping, family. It's going to be, I'm excited, family. Thank you, my brother Billy. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. I'm going to see you next time, family. Peace.